Alright, Nocturne, let's see how this goes. Nocturne brings nightmares, nice. Okay, first card up is Shroud of Darkness, 1 cost burst. Much more burst of Shadow Isles. Next time you summon an ally this round, give it a +1/0 and spell shield this round. That's a cool card. Especially with combo cards and Night Shield being you want to play something first before your Night Shield. Alright, so Nocturne themselves, 4 cost 5/3. Interesting stat line. Fearsome. Nightfall, give enemies -1/0 this round. Attack level up +5. Nightfall allies. We'll see how this goes. Not sure how I feel. Him as himself, I'm like, it's good, but... And of course, vulnerable. I like all this vulnerable that we're seeing here. It's like that one spider card. Okay, that's a sick level up. That's a sick level up. That is a sick level up animation, I'll give it. I like it a little bit more than Trundle's, honestly, from the other day. Unspeakable Hawk, drain 1 for— There's too much drain! I'm getting a little worried. There's so much drain, even though, like, I love drain. I drain 1 from everything. Nightfall, create a random Nightfall card in hand. That's good. That you're creating a random Nightfall, because I've been worried about the lack of Nightfall cards. You're gonna see exactly what is released today, and of course that's not done, but we'll see. We'll see. I like the aesthetic though. The moon is really, really pretty. The moon is really pretty. Ooh, fearsome. They're just going out. Ooh, alright. Now let's go get into the cards for today. First off, we do have Nocturne themselves. Given the cards from yesterday that we had, we at least do have a few more Nightfall synergistic cards. Now, Nocturne themselves is a fearsome 4 cost 5/3 Nightfall, grant enemy vulnerable, and give enemies -1 attack this round, which I think is really good. And the level up is attack with 5+ Nightfall allies. Now, of course, we do have the other card, which is right next to us, which helps with generating Nightfall cards a little bit better, which is Nocturne's Unspeakable Horror, which we'll get into later. But I just feel like there aren't a lot of Nightfall cards to really generate this level up that easily. I'm assuming we're probably going to get some more Targon cards with Nightfall. It would work thematically if we get either Soraka or Diana to have Nightfall synergy, so maybe we're expecting some Shadow Isle Targon synergy with the Nightfall to be a 2-region deck. So that's my theory for now. Just because there isn't a lot of Nightfall cards, and especially the conditions of cards like Nocturne, or especially Dusk Rider. Right now, Dusk Rider is not looking too good, with it depending on how many Nightfall cards are played. But I think we're just gonna have to see where it is at the end of the set. It's a little too early to tell how good the mechanic will be. So the level up for Nocturne is very good. Not only Nocturne has fearsome, but your other allies also have fearsome, which if you have like a giant They Who Endure, not saying you would play They Endure in this deck, but theoretically you could. You could just give that fearsome, which is some crazy value of not being able to even block it all at the end. When you play a unit, give enemies -1/0 this round. So this means when you play a unit, so that means that could happen multiple times in a round, meaning that you could get it so your opponent's big chunky board from Freljord won't even be able to defend by putting multiple units on there. From what I understand of that, it could happen more than once. So I find that very interesting. Next is, of course, as we mentioned, Nocturne's Unspeakable Horror. Fast, drain one from anything, shuffle a Nocturne into your deck, so it's the Nocturne signature spell, and Nightfall, create a random Nightfall card in hand. It's good for creating more Nightfall. I do like that we do have a fetch card. I feel like it may even be too good for its cost. It does a lot of things, but maybe I'm overthinking it. I just keep seeing things about Drain and Heal, and even though I love Drain, I love Neverglade Collector, I just feel like it's a little too much for Heal. But I've said that multiple times, so it's probably sounding like a broken record by this point. Next off, we have a 2-cost Stalking Shadows, which is burst. We're seeing a lot more bursts in Shadow Isles lately, which is very interesting. The fact that we're able to do more without our opponent being able to interact right away. So it's pick a follower from top 4 cards of your deck, draw it, shuffle the rest of your deck, and then create ephemeral copy in hand. I think this is going to be especially synergistic with Stygian Onlooker to get that value with your Nightfall as well as Doombeast. I just feel like you're gonna be able to get your Nightfall effects off so much easier, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other synergies that could go well with this. I personally feel like this is a fine card. It's interesting that they're adding sort of this survey mechanic without giving it a mechanic name of like being able to look at the top 4 of your cards and choose one, which I remember from, for example, Magic Gathering. I don't think I remember any other cards that have this pick and choose effect, so I'm pretty neutral on this card. I feel like it could work, it could not work. It's just gonna be dependent. Next up is 1-cost Shroud of Darkness, another burst. The next time you summon an ally this round, give it +1 and Spell Shield. As we said in the trailer, I think this is really good synergy for the Nightfall mechanic. I think it will really work. I'm really happy to see more Spell Shield in here with Shadow Isles. Though I feel like if you're doing a very spell dependent deck, it's going to be even more annoying to have to deal with. So I think it's a good card. Lastly, I'm not sure how, I don't really like this one that much, honestly. Risen Mist, burst, summon a Mist Wraith, which is for, like, yes, it's burst. Yes, you could get more on board without your opponent interacting, but there's Mist Caller, which gets you a Mist Wraith plus another unit, and then can also be summoned by Kalista if you're running that. I feel like is a much better option. Maybe there's going to be even more Mist Wraith synergy. That's the only thing I could really think of right now, but overall, not too hot in this card. I feel like Nocturne does have potential, but with the current cards out right now, we're just gonna have to wait, and I believe we will get some more Nightfall cards in Targon, as I said, most likely with Diana or Soraka, but the expansion's coming up quick, so I'm a little worried, but it's too early to tell, so let me know what you thought about this release for Nocturne. Are you also a little bit worried about if we're going to get more Nightfall synergy or not, like me? Or do you think that the deck will work well on its own with combo? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!